Dear students, very good morning. So students, in last class, I think before your term 1 examination, we have discussed the one part of the chapter wave and oscillation, that was oscillation. So that is, I think, all clear, and also your term examination has gone well. Now let's start our discussion again and let's start the preparation for the term 2 examinations now, as all the chapters near about we have covered, and this only one chapter, the half part of the chapter exactly wave that was left. So first let's complete this chapter. After that we will start our revision, and we will start to discuss the numerical problems also and conceptual problem as well as with that one. So let's see what is now wave and in what we will do in waves. So as up to now we have discussed, when a particle that will starts to do to and fro motion along its its mean position, then that time simple harmonic oscillation that will be produced. And when we are calling it harmonic, when we can represent the displacement equations of that particular oscillation by trigonometrical functions like sine and cosine function. Now if we have number of oscillators, suppose like if you will see in any pond, number of water molecules are present there. So in that number of water molecules, if you will create disturbance, then what kind of effect will be there? So you have seen when you are throwing some stone in the water, then that time some ripples are created. So that ripples are called waves. So how that ripples is produced exactly? So as what we have exactly, number of molecules are present now the system. So when we are throwing any stone, it means we are providing mechanical energy. So when you will supply the mechanical energy, then it will be disturbed obviously from its mean position. When it will be disturbed from here, its elastic behavior will start to apply some restoring force, or it will try to regain its original position. So due to that one, it starts to apply force in opposite direction. But due to inertial behavior, the motion that will starts to just performed in the oscillation format. So that we have discussed before, oscillation is combined effect of inertia and elasticity. So here it means this one particle will starts to oscillate. So due to oscillation of this, due to vibration of this, when it will come to the area of or the influence of sphere of influence of the second one, then it will also collide with the second particle. So when it will collide to the second one, then that time due to collision it will transfer its energy to this. So just like we have discussed the conduction process, just like the same, it will start to just disturb this particle. So due to the transfer of energy to the second by collision, the second particle will disturb here, and due to disturbance again it will start to vibrate or oscillate, and due to oscillation it will start to collide with third one. So similarly, all you can see one by one, all molecules are vibrating individually in just like simple harmonic motion, but along with that, due to collision, they are transferring their energy. So if you will start to draw the locus of the energy transfer from one vibrating body to another vibrating body, that is known as wave exactly. So wave is nothing new. That is the same thing that we have discussed already. Like some of, if any vibrator is there, that will vibrate due to combined effect of just inertia and elasticity. But here, if number of particles are present, they will start to transfer their energy also. So the transfer of energy, that locus is known as wave exactly. So that ripples you are seeing on the water surface, that is exactly water molecules are not leaving their positions. One more thing, whenever wave is generating, no molecule, no particle will leave its position. They are only transferring their energy to the second one. Just now as I have told you, they will vibrate to their own position, but they will not leave their position. We are thinking that water is displaced from its position, but no water molecule is displaced. Only the water molecules start to vibrate. They started to transfer their energy to the second one, and similarly all molecules start to vibrate, and we are seeing a ripple is created, and that is going to the end of the pond there. So this is the way in which waves are just produced here. Now here the next one, in one line you can see now, similarly in wave motion now, here the wave that you can see, obviously the energy transfer, this is moving, so we are calling it wave motion. So in wave motion, all medium particles particles participate, but they are not leaving their position. So here one that is very important factor, only the disturbance created that transfers from one body to an, we have created disturbance here, but that disturbance starts to travel and it just goes to the last end. So that disturbance travels in the form of energy, but no particle travels. So this is the very important factor in the wave. Well, we are understanding it. Now next one, let's see types of wave here. So in the types of waves, we have basically three types of waves depending on the propagation of wave, or the depending on the media through which the wave is propagating. So three types of waves, in which the first kind of wave we have, that is called now mechanical wave. So let's write down this one. So the first wave is called now mechanical wave. Second wave we have, that is called electromagnetic wave. And the third kind of waves are, that is called matter wave. So these are now three types of waves we have depending on the, different situations. Like first here first wave, that is called mechanical wave. This wave is really most familiar wave that is generated on the surface of water as well as inside the any material, in solid, liquid, all there it can be propagated. So for example, like we are creating some ripples on the water surface by throwing a stone in that one, that is also an example of mechanical wave. And now waves in strings, the guitar, star, whatever the musical instruments we are using, in the in all that the wave is produced, that is also the example of mechanical waves. So these mechanical waves now, this will be produced in the same manner as I have told you. Number of molecules or particles, they are oscillating simple harmonically, and they are transferring their energy to adjacent particle, and wave is propagating in that manner. So for this kind of waves, or for the propagation of the wave, or for the production of the wave, we always need a material medium here. Without media, these waves cannot be propagated in the space. So that's why these are also known as material dependent wave or mechanical wave. So mechanical wave, they have first property, for the propagation of them we always need a media there. So next one, also if you will see, these waves, they are governed by the Newton's law of motion, that or Newton's law of mechanics here. Next one, the second type of wave we have, that is electromagnetic waves. Now these waves have very different nature. They don't need any kind of media for the propagation. Again, if I will start to tell you the relationship by the example when we have discussed convection, conduction and radiation. So like the conduction process, that was the same process as we are discussing for the mechanical wave. So there also we needed a media. Now for the radiation process, for radiation, as no media is needed there, the same thing, radiation is generated by, or the waves that are emitting in radiation, that is called electromagnetic waves. So these kind of waves need no media for their propagation. They can transfer their energy easily without media from one place to another place. So about this kind of waves, how they are propagating, how they are producing, we will discuss in class 12, because in class 12 these two types of wave, electromagnetic waves and matter wave, both we will just study there. In this class 11th, we will only limit our study to the mechanical waves. Now third type of wave, here you will see, that is matter waves. So matter, as you know, matter is what, like solid, liquid, gas, we have different phases, all the elements, you know. So all matter, their structure you will see, they are made up of atoms or molecules. Now if a very small scale, if you will go like atoms, and again atoms are made up of electron, proton and neutron. So these electron, proton, neutrons are known as material particle. Now these material particle, they when they were just moving, they are constituting a wave. So this was given by the concept of de Broglie. From there matter waves we have started to discuss. So these are third type of wave that is produced by the material waves. So they are always generated whenever we have electron, proton and neutron. So in matter only we are getting it, that's why the name is matter waves. Now I think this is all clear. In electromagnetic waves, here example of these like visible light, infrared radiation, X-rays, radio waves, a lot of examples are here, gamma rays we have. So this is all examples of the electromagnetic wave, because they don't need any kind of media to the travel here. Also along with that one, the speed of electromagnetic waves are equal to the speed of light. So this is all the properties of this one. Now here, as I told you, we will only study the first type of wave here in class 11, that is called now mechanical wave. So let's see now our next topic in the mechanical wave. So types of, first of all, mechanical wave motion. How many types of mechanical wave motion is possible? So let's just raise these two types of motion, because we have to discuss that in next class. So mechanical wave, if you will see, that is also again they are propagating in two ways. First one is known as transverse wave motion, second is known as longitudinal wave motion. So let's see one by one what is now transverse wave motion first. Now whenever wave is propagating or producing, two things are important. First, the vibration of the particles that are vibrating and they are transferring their energy. So the direction of vibration and the propagation of energy, these two things are, and according to these two we can just categorize the mechanical wave motion. So in this type of motion, that is transverse wave motion, the particles that are just doing motion, we can also write on it. In transverse wave motion, individual particles of the medium execute simple harmonic motion about their mean position in a direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave motion. So it means that if these are now the particles, and these particles are just vibrating in this way, and wave is moving in this direction. So if you will see, the vibration of particle is in this way, but wave is moving in forward direction. So this is now the transverse wave motion. Like if you will hold a string from just fix one end of the string to any end, and starts to just eat one end of the string, then the vibration that is created, you are just doing vibration in perpendicular direction, but you will see the wave that is generated from one end to another end in the forward direction, so that is perpendicular direction. So it means the wave motion in which the particles are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of motion of the wave, that is known as now transverse wave motion. Now next one here, in transverse wave motion, if you will see here graphical diagram, then for the as obviously here we are talking for the wave motion that is represented, or that is started by simple harmonic motion, and simple harmonic motions are represented by trigonometrical functions, sine or cosine function. So sine or cosine graph, you will see this kind of graph you will get. So this is also the graph that is showing the motion of the wave here, that is called harmonic wave exactly. We will talk about that one. Now in this case you can see when the wave is generated, then that time also we are saying the maximum value of the displacement of the wave. So this maximum value is known as amplitude of wave. So for the particular vibration, as you know, when the particle starts to vibrate or oscillate, it has also the amplitude. And now if number of particles are oscillating, they are transferring energy. So due to their phase means if they all are vibrating in the same direction, then that time collectively their locus, if you will draw, that will be very increased. So the maximum increment in the displacement made by the particles vibration, that is called amplitude of the wave. So here this one is first amplitude of the wave. As you know, one complete cycle is known as here the time taken to complete one cycle, that is time period. Also the length from here to here, that is called one wavelength. We are represented it by lambda. So this is all the first of all properties of the wave. Later in equation also we will see this. Now here in the transverse wave, what we will see first, if we will see the example, other examples of the transverse wave motion, like movement of a string of a sitar or violin. You have seen the violin, and that's we are creating the vibration in perpendicular direction there also. Now movement of membrane of a tabla or dholak, that is also the example of here transverse wave motion. Movement of a king on a rope, just now I have told you that example. Now here, if next one you will see, when any transverse wave or mechanical wave moving in transverse wave motion, then we can see this is the just of x direction. So in positive y and negative y, in both direction displacement is covered. So in positive direction, the displacement that we are getting, that is called crest. So we are calling it crest. And this one, the negative direction displacement, is known as now here throw. So this is throw. So here this wall, so crust and throw, in that manner always transverse wave motion is generating. They are moving in the forward direction. So continuously crust then throw, crust then throw, crust then throw. This is just producing, and using that one always wave motion is going on. Just like the same as particle is vibrating. So when it will vibrate, then obviously it will go in this direction, then again it will come back to its mean position and go in this direction. So in this direction when it is going, it is making the throws, and for this one it is making the crust. So in the same manner, in the wave motion also we are getting crust and throw in transverse wave motion. Now here, what is the crust and what is throw? So crust is a portion of the medium which is raised temporarily above the normal undisturbed position. So this one is, you can see line that is showing undisturbed position, where particle is not disturbed. But this one here, crust, you can see that is the portion that is little above the undisturbed position. And now when obviously the wave passes through it. So center of the crust that you will see, so this point is called the center of crust now. So center of crust is the maximum simple position of maximum displacement in positive direction. Now next one, if the second one you will see the throw. So throw is what? A throw is a portion of the medium which is depressed temporarily below the normal undisturbed position. So we can see this is undisturbed position, and this throw is just depressed somewhat below the undisturbed one. Now center of throw, if you will see, so center of throw is again the position of maximum displacement in negative direction. So this is the first for the transverse wave motion. Now next one, if we will see how the transverse wave is forming. So for the formation of the transverse wave motion, first of all, material medium, or for longitudinal also, any kind of wave motion, the material medium must possess four properties, four basic properties they should have. The first property should have, that is the elasticity. So as you know, if it will not have the elastic property, when the particle will be displaced or disturbed from its mean position, it will never try to return to its original position, and no wave, no oscillation will be formed there. So it means elasticity behavior is needed so that the particle can return to their mean position after having been disturbed. Second one, inertia. So as inertia is needed when due to elasticity particle is returning, but due to the motion of state or state of motion exactly, the particle starts to maintain its state of motion and oscillation starts to begin. So it means that inertia needed so that the particle can store energy and overshoot their mean position. It will never stop to their mean position. So that time oscillation will be started. The third property that is needed here, that is a minimum friction. So minimum friction, why it is needed? Amongst the particle of the medium ensures minimum loss of energy so that wave can travel long distance. For long distance traveling of the wave, obviously minimum friction be needed so that energy cannot be lost there. The fourth one, that is medium isotropic. Isotropic means that the property of medium are same in all possible direction. In whatever direction you will study, the properties should be same there. So it means that the particle wave will travel with the same speed in all possible direction. So this is now the properties that are needed for the formation of the transverse wave. Now next one, let's see the second type of wave, that is called longitudinal wave, or also we are calling it pressure wave. So let's see what is now the longitudinal wave, how it is generated, what kind of properties it has. So in the case of longitudinal wave motion, first the particles that are taking part in the oscillation, they are oscillating in the same direction as in the wave is propagating. So it means as in previous case we have seen the particle were vibrating perpendicular to the direction of motion, but now the particle is vibrating in the same direction as the direction of motion here. So it means we can just define the longitudinal wave motion by a longitudinal wave motion is that wave motion in which individual particle of the medium execute simple harmonic motion about their mean position along the same direction along which the wave is propagated. So in this case, if examples of this you will see, like the sound wave that is traveling through the air, like I am speaking and my voice is reaching to you, in that way due to the disturbance created in air particles, they are vibrating, and they are vibrating in the same direction in which the voice is going on. So that's why you have seen when we are speaking, if someone is just standing in front of us, then they can hear loudly, but the person that is standing backside, then they cannot just hear that with that intensity of our sound as the in front person is just listening. Reason is that as whenever we are creating vibration, then the air is traveling in the same direction as the vibration is created. So always if suppose in sound wave transverse wave will be generated, then due to the generation of transverse wave, if we will speak, the particle will start to oscillate in this manner, then that time we cannot just hear anyone's voice whenever he is speaking in some different way, like we are speaking here, some different directions person will hear it. So this is now the advantage of the sound wave, as they are having the longitudinal wave motion, just that property means the vibration that is created, they have same direction of vibration as the direction of propagation. The second one example here, the vibration of air column in organ pipes are longitudinal, like flute we are seeing, or this all organ pipes instruments, in that one when we are producing any vibration, then that is also the example of longitudinal. Means in the same direction the particle is oscillating as the wave is propagating. The third one example, vibration of air column above the surface of the water in the tube of the resonance apparatus are also longitudinal. So later in your laboratory you will also see this resonance tube apparatus, then that time I will just explain it in more detail. Now next one, as in the case of longitudinal wave motion, the wave is traveling in compression and rarefaction in these two manners. So what is first, let's see what is compression and what is rarefaction. So a compression is a region of medium in which particles are compressed, that is particle comes closer, and the distance between the particles becomes less than the normal distance between them. Thus there is a temporary decrease in volume and a consequent temporary increase in density and hence pressure of the medium in the region of the compression. So compression is like in longitudinal wave motion, particles are oscillating in this manner. They are coming closer and again they are going back. So in this manner they are oscillating, like continuously we are just producing voice, and the sound wave is carried by the air particles, then air particles are just coming closer, then they are going coming closer and going. So in this way they are just traveling carrying any kind of sound energy. So compression, exactly that in that situation all particles come closer. This situation you can see, this is suppose two particles are here, they are oscillating. So they can oscillate in number of manners. First they can oscillate in this manner, so that time the in the relative distance will not just change there. But if they can also oscillate in this manner, so that is the just transverse wave motion condition. But when they will oscillate in this manner, so this is the longitudinal wave motion, means they are coming closer, and this condition is known as compression. When they are going distant to each other, then that condition is known as rarefaction. So rarefaction is a situation when particles are going away to each other, means relative separation is increasing, pressure is decreasing there, and in the compression stage pressure is increasing. That's why we are also calling them pressure wave. So this is all about the wave. I think the introduction about the wave is very clear to you. How many types of wave we have, how many types of mechanical wave we have, how which kind of properties they are possessing. So let's end our class here with this discussion today. Thank you, students.